Hi, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Marriage Works. This morning, we are going to be discussing a very important topic that will lead some people to marriage and lead some people out of marriage. But before we go into the main topic, the talking and everything, I would like you to follow me on all my social media channels, on my Twitter, my WhatsApp, message me on my WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram. Follow me on my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, like, share, and even click the notification button so that you will know when I'm dropping my next video. And I am telling this to all my fans that have been following all my videos. If you have any comment, if you have any suggestion, if you have any advice or contrary opinion to whatever I have said in the past or I'm still going to say in the future, please don't hesitate to say it in the comment section or message me directly. I am open to discussion, and that is why I'm putting all my social media handle for you to follow, like, share, comment, react, change it for me if you need to change it for me. Okay, so today's topic, marriage and wedding. Now, today's topic basically is you need the marriage, not the wedding. What am I talking about? Yes, you need the marriage and not the wedding. But before that, let me tell us the difference between a marriage and a wedding. It's like getting an admission to an higher institution where you'll be matriculated. Your process of doing writing your exams and checking your results, paying for your school fee, all those ones are the process of planning you and your spouse. Those are the process of you planning for the marriage. Now, the point where you are being matriculated into the school is the point of you having your wedding. Are you getting it? Now, your matriculation into the school is going to expire when you are doing your graduation. But in marriage, your matriculation is the wedding that does not have an expiry date. So in school, you are going to wear your gown twice, your matriculation and your convocation. But in marriage, you are going to wear your gown just once. Okay, twice. Maybe when you are dead, old and dead, probably when your wedding gown is still fit, they can put it on for you. But when he does not fit you again, they lock up on it. Now, let's go to the proper meaning of wedding. What is wedding? Wedding is the ceremony that is being organized for the people that wants to go into marriage. Then what is marriage? Marriage is the coming together in agreement with a legal backup and a mutual backup, relief and cultural backup of two people coming together to live a lifetime together. Now, wedding is the ceremony. Marriage is the cocoa, is the main thing. Let me say for youths, young adults growing up, or probably you're an adult, you're planning to get into a relationship. The proper mistake, yes, is a proper mistake that so many people make is that they put all the attention on the wedding and they forget the marriage. Note, marriage is the lifetime thing. Wedding is for a particular time. Your wedding might end in a day and you'll be in problem forever. Now, the kind of wedding you do will determine if you are really serious about your marriage or not. One, the kind of wedding you do will determine if you are ready to stay in the marriage or not. Let me give you a very close example. I heard of a particular guy who took a microfinance bank loan to sponsor his wedding just because he wants to impress his wife's family. Based on the request of the wife, he doesn't want his wife's family to see him as the guy that does not have enough money to take care of the lady. Then he took a loan, hoping that people will give him monetary gifts. Very true. They actually gave him monetary gifts, but it was not up to 1% of the amount he loaned to sponsor the wedding. Then the marriage crashed after 3 months because the marriage actually started on debts. Serious debt. Huge debt. Now, that's a diversion. If you have any comment, contrary opinion, question, don't hesitate to forward directly to me or probably create a group where we can discuss. I am ready for any discussion. I am ready for any conversation based on this. Note, I am not asking you not to do an elaborate wedding if you have your money and if you are not borrowing money to impress people. Most of the wedding recently is just meant to impress. Your wedding should not be to impress. Your wedding should be the agreement of the families backed up by the government, which is the legal backup. Then the belief and the agreements, not to impress people. Note, I am a married man. Let me tell you what I did before my wedding that made my marriage started so well. All glory to God. I married in December, and you know how rosy December can be. But before my wedding proper, my wife's family requested for one bag of rice. I bought two. I dropped one in my house. I bought extra yams. I dropped half in my house. I bought extra banana. I bought gari. Bought everything that I know that a woman will want as foodstuff. I bought everything that I know a woman will want as foodstuffs in her house, and I kept it in my kitchen without telling my wife. Then after the wedding, they gave us some probably extra granite oil that they didn't use, vegetable oil, palm oils. They gave us some other things that added to it. That was not the only thing I did. I made sure my gas was filled to the brim and I locked it down. I made sure every necessary thing was at home. Even to water was at home because I don't want to come back from my honeymoon and start going and buying water. Then, after my wedding, I traveled. I'm linking these stories to somewhere. We traveled after the wedding, so we didn't come back until after one week. In fact, my wife came back before me, and while she was at home, she cooked four kind of soup, four different type of soup, and she kept it in the freezer. Note, what is that telling you? There is already a plan for a home, even before the wedding, and the home is the marriage. Now she kept the soup in the freezer. All I needed to do was just come. Probably we came back from work when we eventually resume, go to the freezer, warm the particular type of soup we want to eat, cook the thing. The only thing we were buying so consistently was protein and raw peppers. Why? Because that might not last so long. Though we had some in the freezer, but sometimes we might want to do a kind of different sauce and all these things. So we have to buy little. Not as if we are buying so much. That is a plan for a marriage, not the wedding. Note, in my wedding, I didn't do reception, not because I don't want to do reception, or not because I don't have the money to sponsor my reception, but I just decided not to do reception. And it doesn't mean I'm stingy, because people eventually ate. But I just felt like, in one hand, it might be a waste of money for me to rent a hall, call a musician, call a DJ, pay for decoration, pay for everything. I'm not here to impress anybody. Huh? I am here to live in my home and to make my marriage work. Now, what are we discussing? You need the marriage, not the wedding. And like I said, I will never stop you from doing an elaborate wedding if you have the money. But make sure before you do an elaborate wedding, your home is set. Your marriage is set. Every woman wants a standard home. Immediately the wedding ends and their gown is pulled off, they forget about everything that happened in the occasion. The only thing they are falling back on is the picture and the video memories. And probably once in a while when something flies in. But note, immediately that gown is off and they're into the house, they want a home. Imagine you're starting your home in debt. That's a big problem. Before my wedding, I borrowed 50,000 naira, which was so convenient for me to pay. And somebody dashed me 50,000 naira. One of my bosses dashed me 50,000. My office gave me money. And I also sponsored most of the things with my own personal money. Now, 50,000 was so convenient for me to pay because as at that time, I've spent much, even with the fact that I didn't do reception. But note, even with all those things, I have enough in my house. For like 3-4 months, we didn't buy food stuff. So it was so convenient for us going to work, coming back, just pick any random food. We're just two. Even gas, we didn't fill gas until after like 3 months. Because what are we cooking? We are just two. We have our freezer stocked. So many people are even going to marriages without a freezer. Hey, because you, the husband, have the mentality that you can't eat the second day food. Note, you are not marrying a slave. You are marrying a human being like you that also goes to work. Now, it relieves both parties when there is a freezer in your house and there's a microwave that you can just pick something from the freezer and dump it in the microwave, and just under 5 7 minutes, your food is ready and you're good to go. See, let us take tradition aside, let us take culture aside. This is a modern time. You need some simple things in your house that will make even your wife pray for you. But that is when you are ready to prepare for the home and not the wedding. Note, you need the home, you need the marriage, not the wedding. The wedding is important because it is the ceremony. The marriage is the agreement and the lifetime journey. The first example I made was you gaining admission into an higher institution where you are going to be matriculated and you are going to be convocated. So you are wearing your gown twice in school. And your process of seeking for admission, writing exams, and paying for some dues and all these things are your planning for the marriage. That is, all those processes are not planning for your matriculation. They are planning for your lifestyle, your school time, your programs, your courses in school for the number of years, probably 4 years, you want to stay in your higher institution. Now, the matriculation is just a ceremony to welcome you into the school. The same thing with the wedding. Wedding is just a ceremony to welcome you into a new life. But note, wedding gown is not being worn twice by one person, unless the person is dead. So matriculation and convocation gown, that is 2 gowns. But wedding gown is just once. And it's a lifetime thing. Make your marriage work. Don't make your marriage a hell on earth. Because if you're starting your life depending more on what the outcome of the wedding will be, you're going to endanger the marriage. Another problem people have is, I don't want people to talk. What will people say? Listen, whatever anybody will say does not affect you. Your life is paramount. Your life, your home is the primary. Anything any other person is saying is the secondary. You can decide to answer to it, you can decide not to answer to it. But what I'm going to tell you is that your marriage is far more important than your wedding. My thing is, plan more for your marriage, not your wedding. Thank you very much.